Leroy Brown beats on the track.
We're back. We're back. Thank you guys, man, for joining the show once again. This is your boy, Coach Ricks. This is Coach's Talk with the one and only Ryman Lemon, the one and only TP Grill, my boy from another mother, my boy Bishop Franks. Coach's Talk, where we discuss all things OU related, college football related, all things in between. Before we get started, please hit that red subscribe button, like the video, ring the bell so you won't miss any content that we got going forward. Sorry for the technical difficulties. My dumb ass didn't hit the damn record button. So we're in the green screen going on, and TP's like, hey, we ain't live. And I'm like, oh, we just enjoying ourselves talking about X, Y, and Z and whatnot. But anyway, we're here now and everything. So, gentlemen, how you doing today on this fine Sunday evening?
Doing good.
Doing
TP?
excellent.
Above dirt's
I'm
a
doing
great
excellent.
Hey, anything kicking above the dirt, I'll always take that. Kicking above the dirt.
So,
All right. Transport portal. That old saying, the transport giveth, it taketh. A lot of gentlemen that jumped in the portal are leaving now. I think Mike has texted me every single day, talking about, Coach, explain this to me, explain that to me. And I'm like, I think a lot of OU fans are just panicking because we're losing let me get ready, the competitive depth. So I think that's what everybody is complaining about and they're nervous about. Look, guys, the people that we're losing, yes, we don't want to lose depth, but at the same point in time and everything, we live in an era right now to where everybody has to show potential. If you're not contributing in any kind of way, you might have to jump in the portal. And a lot of these gentlemen, I believe they are being asked to leave. And I think that BV and Nagy and all these guys are helping them get in an area to where it might suit them and it's best for them and their family. Do you guys agree with that, or do you guys think that there is trouble in paradise?
no, I totally agree. In this time and age, you cannot have any of your bag sitting on the bench. As much as possible, you want to have a strong ratio where most of your money is being allocated and playing on the field. And so if they're not being utilized, then, let's help them to get to where they can be utilized. But understand, in the SEC, you got to make sure you hit on everybody that does hit the field, and not everybody is ready for that moment.
Okay. Well, Lemon, do you think that all these additions that we've gotten so far is leading Oklahoma in the right direction for the CFP return, or is there something that we're not seeing that they're doing?
No, everything that I've seen so far is the exact same thing that we did last season. We have a very targeted approach. The places that we need to fill, we're filling. I'm not all that scared of anything going lean on any of the positions right now.
TP, what do you think?
I agree with just about everything I heard. I mean, it's guys that are leaving are the production was, middle of the line. And we're just improving. I think our starting 22 on defense, our starting 11 on offense with some of the acquisitions. So if you look at what's gone and then you look at what we've gained, I'm going to say we're on the plus side.
And I will say, hey, big salute to Kobe McKenzie. I think that move was more than just football-wise. And so shout out to him. I know he's almost done with his master's, so that might have been more than just a football move. So, but then in the same instance, we got that linebacker that came from Michigan. So everything happens for a reason. and we just got to trust the process because I don't know about y'all, but they've been on a heater for 27, and they're definitely on a heater right now because everyone they're bringing in, we can see where they add something to us.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I don't mind those guys leaving because, like you guys said, they didn't contribute that much. But depth is something that Oklahoma definitely needs, but we need depth that can contribute. We don't need just depth that's just there to say it's depth. We live in an era now, man, where you have to contribute. You have to. There is no more getting freshmen and letting them sit there to their juniors and then getting 2 years out of them. That's 2 years on the bench of just progressing, which is a good thing, but you don't have that time to let talent sit on the bench and let it mature, or that old saying, let it get better like fine wine. You can't let that happen no more because let's say someone needs somebody. Well, I can go over here and get my time there. And I think we live in an era right now, man, where there won't be no more Indianas. I read somewhere where Indiana average age is 23 years old. There are no freshmen on their team. There are no sophomores on their team. Everybody's juniors and seniors. So you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Now, Indiana is doing very well right now with that 4 and 5 year seniors, 4th and 5th year seniors, or sometimes 6th. Next year is going to find out if they really had the depth or not, because you would think that if you are a 4-year senior, you should be better off than a freshman coming in, unless that talent is just so overwhelming. Indiana, average age 23. The average age for the Charlotte Panthers is 27. That's an NFL team. So you got an Indiana team, a college team that's almost as better age-wise as an NFL team. So no wonder why they're better than everybody else. But also, which I shared with you, Bishop, their scheme is so much better than everybody else's that no one has thought about it until I brought it to, well, Mike was shocked. He was like, they don't use a tight end for 12 personnel. They use offensive tackles for 12 personnel. So
Thank you.
You're getting that extra 320-pound guy on a edge guy or a hybrid linebacker that's 230. That extra 100 pounds means something when you want to run the ball at that guy. So I think people need to take another look at how Indiana runs the ball. They only have 2 wide receivers that are going out for a pass. But when you have pass protection like they have, you can sit back there all day and do whatnot and do whatever, and it works. Now, here's the catcher. If your offensive tackle or whoever, as long as his number is not between 59 and 80 and 99, he can go out for a pass. So we got to start thinking about these things and everything, man. When we start talking about Indiana is proving that stars don't mean anything. It's just the personnel that they got. But you're not going to have a team that has 4-year seniors on both sides of the football. Those days are pretty much over. Do you think, guys?
I disagree.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Because Indiana's not the only proof to that, and that's even with coaching turnover. You still have that at Alabama.
Alabama don't have all the average age 23 years old.
Average age is 21 or 22.
That 1 year means
But
something.
they do. But the reason I point out Alabama is they still have key players that do stay there all 4 years. I will never expect Ryan Williams to transfer anywhere without massive insider interference, tampering.
Also, welcome to the show, Dwayne. How's everything going, big dog? Sorry about that.
I'm doing good. Everybody all right today?
Doing good, man.
Good
Doing
to see
good.
you.
Let me ask you guys a question, and let's put your coaching hats on. let's say all you guys are coaches, all right, and you lose the way Alabama lost to Indiana, and you see players, because it brought to my attention by a coach, and he wanted to know how I would react. You got players that just got their ass dusted, mollywop, and after the ball game, they on the side taking selfies and posing like they in prison and smiling and giggling. Would that bother you guys as coaches that you just got ass dusted, and after the game you're on the sideline smiling, laughing, jumping around, taking pictures? How would that bother you? And we're gonna start with you, TP.
Yes, it would bother me, but at the same time, I think this younger generation is not a little. They're a lot different than our generation, because our generation, we wanted to fight after a loss. We throw on helmets. We upset. We're very upset. We don't want to talk. We don't want to eat, all that. And these younger kids, not all of them, but there's a large portion of them that are just, all right, well, whatever. We're moving on. Whatever. That's just what it is.
Bishop?
Well, the simple fact is social media is the way they communicate, and win, lose, or draw. That's how they keep the eye of the storm on them. So for us, it's a little different because we didn't have that. So it was more personable when we did take a loss like that, and we really didn't want to be talking to too many folks because we weren't good company at that time until we got out of the funk.
Lemon?
If I was the coach in the situation, let them chuckle it up. And whenever they get back to the practice field, they're going to be running stadiums with BV, and they better keep up.
No. Y'all missed the question. I'm talking about Alabama players after they lost to Indiana.
No,
Bama fans
I get you.
on the sideline taking pictures and dancing and all that. And if you could catch a camera of Saban over there just being livid, would that bother you as a coach after you just pretty much got dismantled by a team that you were more superior than? Let's keep it real.
Let me rephrase my answer, because
okay.
I understood the question perfectly.
Excuse me, fellas. I gotta tap out real quick. I'll talk to y'all later.
Hey, I'll just mute you, man. Just stay in there. I got you. All right. I'm sorry.
The short answer is absolutely yes. And all of the coaches that I've been through, if we were caught being not taking something seriously enough, especially there was one year my team was walking into the district championship, and we got walked. We're undefeated and we got walked. And there was a couple guys off on the sidelines that were chuckling up, not on social media, because back in those days, they didn't have such things. But you bet they were running sprints after they got back to the bus, after we got back home. You don't put up with that. You got to show competitive spirit.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the show, Mike. What's going on, big dog? Hey, I don't know if you heard the question or not.
Okay.
All right. Question is, you saw the Indiana and the Alabama game. You saw after the game, there was some Alabama players jumping around, taking selfies, having a good old time after you just got mollywopped. If you were a coach, how would that affect you and how would that bother you going forward with your program?
It would affect me to the fact that the guys who did that wasn't taking the program serious. And here you got mollywopped by someone who was inferior, and you're over there smoking and joking and clowning. That ain't a time for smoking and joking and clowning, because let me tell you something, Luther High School, we lost a lot. And which like Lemon, we didn't have social media, cell phone. When we went in that locker room, we was chunking helmets up against the wall, getting our butt chewed. But yes, if I was the coach, they would have been running stadiums right then in that arena.
Damn. Well, somehow, some way, it made it to social media, and coaches all over the world, coaches all over the Eastern Seaboard have been responding to it, calling the board and everything soft and not really have control of his program. I wouldn't go that far. I just got to say it's hard following a legend like Nick Saban, because all eyes are going to be on you. You're going to be scrutinized from any and everything. But it was a bad look after you just got mollywopped and you on the sideline dancing and taking pictures like you won the damn ball game. There got to be some pride or some leadership to come in there and say, hey, ain't the time, ain't the damn place. Get your asses in the locker room and everything. But it's just a bad look, man. And my brother-in-law's dad is an Alabama fan. And we was at Smoke Pit tonight, and his main thing was, I would have, well, I ain't gonna say what he said. He said he'd pretty much take his belt off and start whooping ass on the field because it's not the way the program is built, and it's not the way the program is supposed to be. Yes, sir, Lemon.
I promise you, if the shoe was on the other foot, turn that score to where it was Alabama walking Indiana, none of those Indiana boys would have been joking up on the sideline.
Oh, no. Oh, well, that's also maturity, too. That's also maturity. That's also, you got to have some pride about yourself and some respect. You know, my main thing is what we did at Sparrow, where Coach Blankenship always told us, act like you've been here. Act like you've been here. If we win, ain't no selfie, ain't no jumping around and flips. Shake their hand, great game, get your asses in the locker room or get your ass on the bus. There ain't none of this yada, 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 yada. I mean, because Coach Blankenship, one thing that I love about that man, he did not play. And if any one of you guys, which Mike, I know you know, and the Bishop, I know you know, if you know Bill Blankenship for any program he's been at, ain't don't none of that shit fly. Damn stadiums, you'll be running till you can't run no more. And then when your legs give out, he'll have your bear crawl. He did not play that type of stuff because he always say, you are a reflection of me first. Program second, mom and dad third. I said, damn, mom and dad third? He said, mom and dad third. So, yes, sir, Dwayne.
Hey, Coach, I never did get a chance. I never did get that kind of chance because we were always losing in Northwest classes, so we never seen a winning season when I was there. So there was always mad angry.
I was blessed to where Mike know where I grew up from. If you're from Sparrow, it's a town, but Fort Coffee is like 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
And once you cross that bridge and you're in Fort Coffee, everybody related. Everybody related. It's about 900 or 1,000 people. Everybody related. Somehow, some way, some shape.
Yep.
So it's nothing but cousins playing with cousins, family playing with family. So you don't just play for the school, you play for the family as well. So
I can guarantee you this. Coach Blankenship would have had them players running the Winding Stair Mountain from Spiro to Talahena.
I got one for you. I know we're jumping all over the place. I got one for you. We never lost a Poto.
No.
My 3 years there, we never lost a Poto. Never lost to Sallisaw, never lost to Stigler, never lost to Roland, none of them teams. You know, it was teams like Audubell, you know, all those teams that had talent like us. But I'll never forget, we played a game and something happened. We lost the game and we lost it. And the bus ride back, his motto was, when we lose, set your asses down, be quiet. I don't want to hear nothing. Well, we back there, you know, giggling, yada, 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 yada. Well, when the bus stopped, you know, and you get back to Spiral, of course, your parents waiting for you, you know, yada, yada, you know. Next thing you know, stadium lights are on. We're like, what the hell? We're like, what the hell? Stadium lights on. We couldn't even get off the bus fast enough. Shoulder pads on. What the hell is going on? Okay. He had our ass running bleachers after the ball game. Before we could even get in, take our clothes off and go home, we running bleachers. He didn't wait till Monday. He said, I need to get this work in right now because I want to make sure y'all don't act up again. And that was the last time. That was a long ass drive, but it never happened again because I tell everybody, I'll be damn, I run bleachers. I'm whooping everybody's ass on this damn bus if you start talking. So we had to he pretty much let us license ourselves to where it created a lot of leaders on that team to where we kept things in check to where he ain't got to. Coach Strong ain't got to. Coach McKinney ain't got to. Coach Jones ain't got to. Coach damn it. Oh God, he's gonna kill me because I remember. Anyway, they didn't coach. We coached ourselves. We held everybody accountable, and we would fight on the field. If somebody missed an assignment, we fighting.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we were. That's how we grew up in Fort Coffee. Is that there was a stigma? Is that when you play football in Sparrow, it's honest to God like Friday Night Lights. That's the only thing going on good in Sparrow on Friday nights is football. That's where everybody's at.
Coach, I got one for you.
Yes, sir.
Our travel was Jones, Oklahoma, and we got monkey whopped. But our football coach was a former Marine Corps drill instructor. And like you, we pull up to the parking lot, getting off the bus. What does our coach do? We're doing military punishment drills, flutter kicks, you name it, until we were puking.
I'm not doing all that shit.
But it makes you think, Coach. That my point I'm trying to drive home is it makes you think of your actions before you do the actions next time. Hey, do I want to sit in the back of the bus and clown up with them when my coach is a former Marine Corps drill instructor, and we gonna be doing this BS? You shut up. But that was my point, Coach.
Let me ask you guys this question from Theri, from the thievery. You mean that the younger generation is using its leverage into making sure they get paid? TP, you're a money guy. Your question. You mean that the young generation is using its leverage into making sure they get paid?
True. I mean, you have a talent, you have a skill set, and now you have some value to your talent and skill set. And you can now shop your talent and skill set around. So there is some truth in that. And there's nothing wrong with it because that is the American way. That's capitalism at its finest. So,
all right.
Well, not really. Not really. It's a form of capitalism.
Okay, I'm gonna clear it up for you because I was like, we don't want to open Pandora's box on that one because it'll be a long conversation. But another question for you guys, and I want y'all's opinions since y'all on the panel right now. The newest hot topic right now, Cam Coleman going to Texas along with Hollywood Smothers, which the Hollywood Smother thing don't make no sense to me. You get homesick and you want to go home, so you go back to NC State, and now you're going back to Tech. You're going back to the Midwest or the whatever you want to call it, the South. Cost of money. So it lets me know that when you left, it must have been about money. Would that make sense? Yep. Or am I just fetching?
You leave how you see fit or when you see fit. I don't again.
I mean, it don't bother me, but I'm just saying the Cam Coleman thing, you give all that money for a player that you know for God honest truth, you got one season with, and that's it. One season, he gone.
Yeah, that's okay.
And
so it's okay for them.
Okay.
Honestly, because think about it. They're putting all their eggs in their basket on him really having a big year next year. And he got the talent to have a spectacular year. So
is it me or is this Texas losing a lot of people?
They are.
And
I
they
don't
use
know. I haven't really been watching them. I found out late this afternoon about Cam Coleman going to Texas because I don't really follow their stuff like that. I just don't. I'm not interested. But I
No.
understand we got a show to do and we got to talk about content. So I understand that part of it, but I found out very late.
Well, I just brought it up to be bringing it up. I mean, it was, Mike, legend, he has this tendency, and I'm going to say it, he has this tendency to call me to ask me to explain why people make stupid ass decisions. And I try to do my best to answer. But this was my response. I think Texas is doing whatever they can do to amend losing Livingston. Livingston was their bread and butter last year. They can sit here and say what they want to say. I don't care. You got to do something. But the Hollywood Smothers was payback. You took one of ours, I'm going to take one of yours.
Yeah. And so also, if you've been paying attention, because it's very important, is Texas have been losing offense and defensive line and have made hasn't made any headway. They made a little bit, but I'm just saying the amount that went out, that's great to get a win with Cam Coleman and Smothers, but doesn't answer the questions at hand for them. And that's on them. And hey, bottom line is keep getting those tight and don't answer that question.
Something's going to happen here sooner or later. It's just setting itself up for a perfect movie ending with Texas. I just think that the way that Will Muschamp coaches defense doesn't align with the players that Texas already has, if that makes sense, because he's an old school football coach.
Yeah.
He don't do that TikTok shit. He don't do the Lamborghinis and trying to sell. He is a program guy. I just don't see it gelling the way that everybody is picturing it to gel. Now, maybe I'm just a homer and I want them to fail, but I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight. I just didn't understand that hire when they hired Muschamp. It didn't make no sense. The defense really wasn't a problem. It was just certain schemes that he ran that didn't make no sense at times.
I'm gonna turn around and say I don't fully agree with the assessment on the Cam Coleman, Parker Livingston layout that you gave. Parker Livingston was really good on the third down and sure hands kind of situations, but he wasn't the explosive type that Sark and or Muschamp, for that matter, were looking for. Now, if I read the situations right, and if the people that I talked to are correct, they did go to Livingston and offer him to stick around, but for less money, because he wasn't contributing outside of the sure hands situations, and he wasn't actually progressing as a first string wide receiver. So at that point in time, then it turns into, where's the next person coming up? Now, as for Cam Coleman's the explosive, like I equate him to the jewelry kind of player. That he's nice, pretty bling to have, and he can put up the numbers. But you're giving him quadruple what you would pay Livingston if you would have kept him at the same salary. And Livingston was in it for Texas, like he was
Yes.
all for Texas. Now he's spurned, so now you upset Baby. Don't you never put Baby in the corner, right? Now he comes over to the good side, to God's team. But it's one of those. I'm not there with you on Livingston being the man for the team.
Well, the reason why I said that is because when you are the quarterback's roommate, you guys have this jail, this continuity.
Mhm.
Y'all are working and doing whatever because y'all are roommates. That's why I was make that statement. I made I think Cam Coleman is a great addition to Texas, but all that they've lost on the offensive line, all that they lost in running backs, they have no returning running back that has no depth. They have no returning wide receivers that have any, years of catching balls or yardage. So you're bringing someone in that, yes, he's an alpha male. Don't get me wrong. Cam Coleman and everything is an alpha male, but he can't do it by himself.
Right.
You see what they do with Jeremy Smith ass at Ohio State? They double team his ass and then play zone with everybody else. So now who else you gonna throw the ball to?
Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Can I and this is to the Texas fan base, but I'm going to send out some prayers to them. One of their own, you remember Jordan Shipley?
Yeah, man, I heard about that.
Yeah, he got burned bad in a fire. I think it's like 3rd degree burns, over 20% of his body. I'm going to send some prayers out. Send some prayers out to him and his family, man. We might do the football and hate the Texas thing, but man,
no, these are kids, man. These are kids. These are kids.
And Jordan Shipley was a hell of a player too. So
well, I have respect for him because he never was that in your face kind of. He was a guy that after he scored, he handed the ball to the referee, walked back to the sideline. It wasn't none of this extracurricular crap. But I just think, man, that these young men are still, I call them kids because we're all we're all over 40, so they're under 30, so I call them kids, and I don't want nobody to get hurt and everything, man. And like I said, that's something, man, that affects family and life. So I would never try to make that a joke or laugh about that, man. That is some serious shit and everything, man. So yes, prayers do go out for him and his family and everything, man, because regardless of what we call football, when football is done, life begins.
Right.
And you don't want to see nobody get hurt.
Right.
And everything, man. So yes.
I heard it happened at his ranch. So
yeah.
Prayers up to the Jordan Shipley and his family.
Well, this is an interesting comment. This is all a 1-year rental for Texas, and they better go to the playoffs or the Natty. If not only will Arch and Coleman be gone, but so will Sark. I think Sark is safe. He's giving Texas something that they've never had in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
So I think he's safe.
It's like I told you on the phone earlier today, Coach. Don't think for 1 minute I'm dishing on Texas getting Cam Coleman. I'm not. I'm just going back looking at the last 2 years that we played Auburn. Now, did he have a good quarterback? No, he didn't. Not the first year, and last year certainly not with J.A. But if you look, we got Eli Bowen and Cortland Guillory coming back. And what did Eli Bowen locked Cam down the first year we played, and last year Cam, we locked him down at Norman. He was only 2 receptions for 88 yards against Oklahoma. Now, I will say that with a better quarterback, and I'm going to throw up in my mouth, but Arch did look good toward the end of the season. He's still a bum. His daddy's a bum, and his uncles are a bum.
Oh, TP, he's trying to steal your thunder.
You butchered. Butchered.
But anyway, my point is,
you gotta let the man say it. TP,
his granddaddy was a bum. His uncles was bums. He a bum.
Okay, there it is. I'm sorry.
Check the stats of his granddaddy.
But anyway, my point is how will he look with a quarterback like Arch?
A hell of a lot better than he looked with a quarterback like Jackson Arnold.
Yeah, and the 1 year before, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, forgettable.
Yes, my gun sweetness. We are still getting a surprise commitment. Yes. Nope, I can't tell you.
There you go, throwing that ham sandwich in front of my face and saying, "Here, legend, take a bite." Psych.
Well, we got We got two. The kid and that thing, man, coming up like we were saying in the green room. The kid from Arkansas was gonna be something special. That's 6'7", 370. I ain't never seen that.
You can't teach that.
No, I said 370, not 270, 370.
I know, Coach. I heard you, Lima Charlie.
Now we can sit here.
Coach,
Yes,
one
sir.
thing I don't like, Coach. One thing I don't like, Coach. Why? I mean, nothing against this kid, but another Washington player. I mean,
Hold on. I'm out. Come on, D. This is the thing. I keep trying to tell y'all and everything, man. Stop trying to blame these kids where they come from. It's the determination and the heart and the passion that you got to worry about. Now, do you know the story of this kid? Before you said that, do you know the story of this kid?
No, sir.
He wanted to come. He wanted to come.
Washington State. I just got Washington State. Nothing up good with it.
We're gonna talk off air, and I'm gonna talk you off the ledge. All right, because for a kid that want to come last year, and he said his mom and dad was like, "No, you made a commitment to Washington State. You didn't commit to the coach. You committed to Washington State. You staying," and he stayed one season and played. Now he's in the portal. I give all the hell praise to mom and dad, because mom and dad's like, you did. I love young men like that. Your word is your bond. Say what you mean what you say. I've always tell kids, in order to get way in life, mean what you say what you mean. Stand by your word. I don't need a contract. You shake my hand and say you're doing something, you're gonna do it. When that young man, mom and dad made his ass stay, I commend that. Now you're coming to Oklahoma, I commend that. That's why I say, don't be hasty to just throw him because he's from Washington State. Now, the kid from Colorado State, same thing. Michael didn't know his story. Michael was like, oh God, here we all get these kids from Washington, Colorado State. Did you know that Oregon had his ass and pulled a scholarship at the last damn minute? That was the only reason why he went to Colorado State. So let's be patient before we start jumping on the wagon, talking about we getting these damn players from these crazy ass schools. Okay.
So to that point, you just never know. Like the running back from Missouri, Hardy.
Say it again.
Hardy, was his name Hardy? The running back from Missouri.
Yes.
He was probably top 3 running back in the nation, maybe top 2.
Yes.
Where'd he come from?
FCS school.
Yeah. So it's ain't really where you from per se. It's about what you got in here.
I always say
really going to show.
The main person I always use for that analogy is the one and only Cam Newton. Cam Newton came from an FCS school. He came from a junior college school, went to Auburn and balled his ass out. Yes, sir, Lemon.
Before NIL started having schools pull from FCS.
Yes,
or
Nick Saban loved
Group
it.
of 5.
Nick Saban loved it.
You'll like where I'm going with this. Before NIL had us pulling from Group of 5 and FCS, Kansas State and Bill Snyder made a living off of pulling kids from JUCO. It's the exact same thing. You want to call a JUCO school or a Group of 5 school or an FCS school, if the kid's a proven commodity and the staff know what they're looking at, I'm game. I've only ever seen Nagy and them whiff on one, literally one. And I don't know, is he still on the squad? I haven't heard.
Yes, he's still there. I mean, he hasn't accepted any bowl, any senior bowl, he hasn't accepted anything. So I don't know if he's going to come back, or I don't know why he would.
And Coach, I'm going to piggyback off of Lemon. How many times did the great Barry Switzer hit JUCO? bunch. So you're right, Lemon. What we're seeing now with these smaller FCS schools with players coming in, it ain't nothing more than going through the JUCO ranks.
Well, that's what Saban loved to do. Don't get
Yeah.
Saban loved to go to F. He would get 3 or 4, maybe 5 stars, and surround those 4 or 5 stars with FCF talent, and you build your team around that. So you show those FCS guys, this is the standard, this is the level, this is the measuring stick, and then you play up to it. There was a lot of people, a lot of kids from FCS schools that Nick Saban had that became well-known names. I just don't like when people say, oh, they came from an FCS school, or you don't know what happened to that kid and who all wanted that kid before something tragic happened to make him go that route.
And look at it this way too, Coach. You don't know what that.
Let me say this, Coach. I'm not.
Go ahead,
I'm not
Yes,
denying the man. I'm not denying the man's story. I know he has a story. I understand that, and I applaud his parents for saying that. The reason why I said that is because so far, from what I've seen from Washington State offensive coordinator and quarterback, that's the only thing I'm thinking. I don't know what his story. He might be better than what everybody's saying, but I'm what I've seen so far, what we've gotten from Washington State hasn't looked good. That's all I'm saying. I mean, he might turn out to be a great star at Oklahoma, but I don't know that. But I'm just going off of what we've experienced so far from what we've gotten it. And I understand that, the guy went through, their growing pains and all that kind of stuff. And I'm ready for him to do his thing. But I mean, I just got to see it. That's all.
No, I agree with that. Go ahead, Mike.
I was going to use my 2 examples who was very, very successful, but they played at lower. One of them played at a low-ranking college in the Southwest Conference, and one of them played in a low-ranking school in Mississippi. One of them was Mike Singletary, who played for Baylor back when they was in the Southwest Conference, all-pro linebacker for the Chicago Bears. And the one who played for Southwest Mississippi or something like that is the legendary Jerry Rice, all-pro wide receiver. So, as Coach, I'm going to piggyback off of what you always say. Talent is talent no matter what level of college football you play. You could play for Sister Mary of the Blind, but if you got talent, you got 4.3 speed, and you got correct fundamental tackling, it will follow you into a bigger college. And like you said, when you put that smaller, or I'm not saying smaller, but that lower, what's the word I'm looking for? The FCS kid with them 4 and 5 stars.
Yeah.
Think about it when you're training coonhounds to go raccoon hunting. You put your young pups with the old dogs to teach them how to hunt, and them old dogs is going to teach that pup how to hunt. Same follows with football. The old dogs is going to teach that young pup what to do, and it follows with them, if that makes sense.
No. Well, are we really? What's the letter grade do we give Nagy so far? If we were just trying to be off general purposes and just P's and Q's, what letter grade do you gentlemen give Nagy? Start with TP.
Well, I mean, it's a pre-grade because it's not official until the season hits. So the pre-grade is I'm gonna give him an A in a pre-grade.
Okay.
I'm going to ask a qualifying statement or qualifying question. Are you talking overall what since he's came here, or are you talking about just this season?
We can do overall and this season.
My answer was for this particular last 2 weeks portal season. That's my answer.
Okay.
And what do you think he's done overall, TP?
Yeah.
So overall, I realized since the day he's gotten here, I realized that he
Legend,
is strictly for the portal. Well, I shouldn't say strictly for the portal, but when he got here and those 26 guys were signing over the summer and we weren't getting, well, not signing, we're committing, and we weren't getting many commits and he wasn't really spending, I was hard on him. Plain and simple, hard on him. But when you watch what he's done since and leading up to signing day, I mean, he's the one that found this kid Megatron. I don't know if you guys seen any tape on this linebacker out of Selma, Alabama.
Yes, sir.
If you've seen tape on him, he is a stone cold-blooded hitter, and he's a bigger Kip Lewis if you compare this kid at his freshman age to Kip Lewis at his freshman age. But he plays very similar, maybe hits a little harder, you know. And so overall, Nagy's doing a good job. I just didn't like what I saw over the summer, but then I realized, okay, well, he's holding his gun. He's gonna shoot his bullets in the end of the year, December, and in the portal. And so far, I like what he's doing. So I'm still giving him an A.
All right, Lemon.
I give him overall borderline A, because he has missed and he's had to have a few seasons to adjust from going from Senior Bowl work to actually helping with the roster, and he's done a really good job at transitioning into that. This year, just like last year, if this year plans out like last year panned out, I give him a solid A. Not an A plus, but a solid A.
All right, Mike, what you give him?
Give him the best muted mic he could ever give him.
Yeah. Coach muted me.
I'm sorry. My bad, dog. My bad.
Go
ahead.
Don't be. It was great.
With the number 1 recruiting class and for 2027, what he did in the transfer portal this year, overall, I give him a solid A. No A plus, just a solid A.
All right, Bishop.
Understand. I'm just gonna, because last year is not fair to really judge him because he didn't get a full year. This is his first full year, and between 27, how he's doing that in this current year, I give him a solid A to A minus. We still got some pieces we need to complete, but I just like how he's vetting each one of the players he's
Bishop is
vetting.
muted.
I can hear him.
Bishop's
No, we
fine.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Bishop, you loud and clear. Mike, can
Yeah.
you hear us?
And so
I'm going to back out and go back in, Coach.
All right, big dog. All right.
But what I was gonna say is that what I like that him and I call them the X-Men. They are really going to work, and you can tell they're very intentional in getting the key components. They have a system that they're following instead of going out and getting the flashy ones. They're getting what we need to make sure that we go all in 2026.
Okay.
So a solid A.
Okay. Dwayne, what you got? I think Dwayne is Dwayne muted?
I think Dwayne passed out.
Hey, what later grade do you give?
Yeah,
Nagy?
I think I give him an A minus with the little hiccups that he had beginning. I think the David Stone debacle and the Jaden Ott project, I think that's the reason why I give him an overall A minus. I think he's a solid. And so far, he's a solid A. I'll give him that. Solid A.
Okay. Well, I remember last week I said there was
Let me
four
back out.
people. Okay. There were four people and everything that I wanted. Well, me and Kyle been on this. Me and Kyle been on this for a while. All right, Jason, I got you. Me and Kyle been on this for a while about guys that we've been looking at the portal and who we would want to join and this and that. And I told him that there are 3 or 4 people that I would love for Oklahoma to go get. They got 2 of them. Now, I'm not going to butcher his name up, but I went to go watch this kid play, and Kenny Azawalu out of UTSA. I'm telling y'all, if you ain't seen this kid play, I went to one game. My nephew gave me tickets. Went to one game, 6 sacks in one game. I don't give a damn level of competition or whatever. 6 sacks, one game. Let me know how important this kid was, because when you see the hand mechanics that he has, they couldn't block him. They would double team him. He was still getting sacks. So you can sit here and I know y'all gonna beat my ass into the ground when I say this. RMT is who he remind me of. That's mine. So if he doesn't do good next year, y'all can blame me, coach. You are sorry, judge of talent. Cool, I'll take it. But 6 sacks in one damn game, the way he did it, and they were double teaming his ass. And this is what I loved about it. They double teamed him on one side. He rotated to the other side, and the other guy switched. And once the offensive line hand go down in the damn grass, you can't move no more. So he was playing chess while they playing checkers. I love that. So the kid is great. Plus, year before last, he was the roommate and everything of Standell and everything, man. So that's another thing and everything, man. So I'm just saying there's a lot of potential that Arbuckle and Nagy is bringing in. Oh my goodness. We got the one and only Mr. Jason Watkins and everything. Big dog Jason. What's up, big dog?
Greetings, Jason.
Guys? How we doing?
We doing good, J-Dog.
Doing good, man. You looking kind of secluded in that black room, man.
Man, it's my 8x10 cell is what it feels like lately.
Hey, you
It
better
looked
be.
like an after hours joint where the baby oil gets spread around, Jason. That's what you
Oh no, he didn't say the baby.
Hey. No Diddy, bro. No Diddy. We ain't doing all
He
that.
didn't say the baby oil. He didn't say the baby oil. Come on. You can't
Damn.
say that.
Man,
Dwayne
you said no
Drake
Diddy. Come on,
just-
man.
Not
Damn,
that I've
bro.
ever been
Dwayne
in
doing
such tight places.
That was harsh. That was a little much, bro. Come on now.
That was dirty.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jason, man, we're sitting up here talking about some of these acquisitions, man, that Oklahoma has gotten. Anything, man, that has set you off, that has you something, something like you would like to talk about, or something that is good or something that's bad that Nagy has done so far?
No, I think he's. I think that they're putting their plan in place and doing what they're brought in to do. Their dossier of 2,000 people that they've looked at. They're out there looking at film and evaluating talent and looking for guys that can help and help now. So I know that one of the things that we keep hearing about from like Chris Mason is this idea of bringing in, you're paying a bunch for receivers in the portal and you're paying a bunch in high school. And he's like, look, y'all got to start playing these high school kids, man. Or else we're going to have to stop doing that. You can't do both. So it's like, I think I would hope, and hope ain't a plan, but you're going to have to hope that they've got a better situation going next year. I don't know how much I believe in it with Buckle and because I think Coach Venables has to take a step forward himself and mandate what the hell is going to happen. It just has to be, and that's my biggest thing. And me and Bishop were talking about this last night. Is look, I don't know that I believe that there's going to be a whole lot of difference next year on this football team because they haven't shown. I mean, he hasn't shown the willingness to put his foot down and to put his. I mean, you got to keep your knee on his neck and be like, "Hey, this is how it's going to be. We're going to do it this way." And we haven't seen Coach V be willing to do that. So, and I mean, you guys know how I feel about John Mateer. So. So,
here's my question I want to ask you because I've asked the question to these guys on the panel. Have you heard or have you seen anything about John Mateer? I think he's somewhere working on mechanics, watching film, doing something because you hear everything that's going on out there. You hear the talk. And at this point in time, you got to have the uncomfortable conversations. You got to be able to say, we came in with a game plan last year and it didn't work. Now we got to go back to the drawing board and this is what we got to do. Not have to do. This is what
he's certainly coming back, Coach. I mean, there's nobody else to. They don't have anybody else other than Whit Neubauer and Bentley. And then Jet New or whatever. And so, he's definitely coming back. Now, is he working on his mechanics? Well, hell, I would hope so. But I would tell you that. Man, this is year 4, and his mechanics were still really not good. And so I don't know that I trust too much in whoever's teaching him these damn mechanics. So it's kind of hard to Man, I don't want to sit here and be negative about it all. But I'll tell you this: I think that the best thing they can do is sit down with Kevin Wilson and they need and Big Bill, and they need to come up with a run game plan. And it's simple. I mean, you lay it out there. It's 55-45 at worst on the percentages that we run the damn football. And not just with your quarterback, because we know that shit didn't work. It got him hurt. He was hurt in the very first SEC game. Yeah, hero ball shit ain't working, man.
Correction. He was hurt in the Temple game.
Well, he did get banged up. Well, that's what. But I mean, and then he got his finger broken and all that. Yeah, I agree with you.
Go watch the 60-yard touchdown run he had in the third quarter. I think he was hurt earlier. I'm talking wheels. I'm not talking about the hand. I'm talking about the leg.
Yeah. His leg was he definitely had some problems with his legs because you could tell he wasn't running the same. But let's not get it twisted. I mean, man, the guy. We're not talking about Kyler Murray as a runner. I mean, they treated him like he was, but he wasn't. I mean, even whenever he wasn't hurt. And so I think, shout out to our guy that No Faking Sports, David, because he's talked about it a lot. You've got to run the football and have 40 times rushing a game. You're going to have to expect him to run it 10 times a game, but it's going to get him hurt. And so you're better off now that you got these tight ends. I think that the way that they're attacking the tight end, I love that. And I think they need to get another one at least, maybe another. And the expectations are that some of these younger kids might be ready. My guess is that Jason Witten will be able to coach them up fine.
Okay, but before you go, hold on, Jason. Before I want to piggyback and not rebuttal, but I want to get on to what you were saying about John Mateer. This is what I'll say about that to where it might help some people. Being a quarterback or old quarterback, I would say this. I put that mainly on bad mechanics because when you are in the Mountain West, Pac-12, whatever it may be,
you get away with shit like that.
You can get away with shit like that because it's lackluster. It's all sexy. It's all about scoring as many points.
How many of them secondary guys secondary guys could play in the SEC or you can get away with that throwing across your body bullshit, running. Yeah,
so I give him a gray area on that because I agree. Now, because you remember when he said in practice last summer, if I don't get the ball where it needs to be accurately, it's going the opposite way. He said that in practice. Mm-hmm. So that gave me a little bit of nervousness. Now, the next thing I want to say is you're absolutely right. Arbuckle, pride, got to be to the side. Say, you know what, Kevin? I'm getting my ass handed to me. we got to come up with some game plans. We got to come up with some game plans because I'm not seeing it the way I thought I could see it. And we got to be able to have the uncomfortable conversation.
He's not going to do that.
And BV got to put that like Bob Stoops did Lincoln's ass and say, this is what we got.
Preach.
We got two backs back there, damn it. We need to run the ball. Damn this quarterback running. Let's run the football with these backs. Yes, sir, Lemon. Let me let Lemon go first because I cut him off a few minutes ago.
Two things. One, I'm okay with that as long as whenever it comes game time, there's not more than one cook in the kitchen, because that's the problem that we had with Luttrell and Joe John Finley. Number two, though, in just plausibility, may be the reason we haven't heard much from Mateer since the season ended. It goes back to what he said whenever he first came in with Arbuckle, that he's so talks in his plan, his day is so planned out by Arbuckle that it's down to the hour as to where and what he's supposed to be doing, and Arbuckle's telling him to stay out of the picture.
No, he better be somewhere breaking down film.
Right, but out of the public eye is what I'm saying.
I'm all for that. Look, I've had terrible games, man, to where my ass is always in the damn stadium.
Coach, everybody's had them. Everybody's had them. But the point is that he wasn't getting better from week to week. The problem with it is that, look, that LSU game, if LSU wasn't so shitty and I mean, they had given up on their season, but I mean, thank God they couldn't put any points on the board because they sure as shit tried to hand them that football game. You know, and that just added to that I love the hard to kill thing. I thought that was cool and all, but I got to be honest with you. A lot of that stuff felt like a lot of hubris to me coming from Coach V, where it's like, my defense will do it by ourselves. Fuck them. You know? It really felt that way. And because when you're not addressing the elephant in the room, and it never was getting addressed, they bring it up. The media dudes are doing their job bringing it up week to week, and they're just acting like it. Whatever do you mean? What are you talking about? You know, it's like, oh, what the fuck are we doing? You know, and that's where I just feel like it's one of those deals. Look, my hope is that Jim Nagy's going, hey, damn it, I'm sick of this shit. And from what I understand, when it comes to the receivers and stuff, he basically put his foot down and said, look, I'm not going to keep going and getting these guys and paying the cost that it costs to get really good high school kids to come to Oklahoma, and then we don't play them. They're not playing. We don't know what they are. And then they go in the fucking portal because they're not getting any development or we're not seeing anything out of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I'm not saying that, hey, listen, everything that I've heard about Zion Kearney is that he looked really good all year and he never got to play. Right. And Ivan Carry-On, I never saw him go into a game where he didn't. I mean, he was on the hands teaming in that Tennessee game and snagged that ball on the, when they kicked that onside at the end. And that was a great play. You've never seen him drop a football when he has been in, but yet he never plays. I don't know. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm not going to sit here and do this. I'm not blaming it on EJ. I'm not doing all that shit. I'm not going to sit here and blame it on DeMarco either. And I'm not going to sit here and blame it on Big Bill. Apparently, everything is coming from the top, the same way that it was coming from Seth Luttrell, that he was deciding on all this shit too. Look, this is where, to me, and Bishop and I talked about this the other day. I tell you, I think, and I understand what you're saying, Lemon, but my thing is, BV has stated before that Kevin is worried about stepping on toes when it comes to the offense.
Damn that.
Yeah, Kevin needs to be offensive, the assistant head coach in charge of offensive game plan. You know what? You can let Arbuckle call the plays. You can let him do that. What you have to do is, this is the plays we're going to call.
Sometimes, man, the game gets too big for you. You need help.
He does need help. He's a young kid, man.
Than what I said.
No, you too many cooks in the kitchen at game time is what I was. I mean, I agree with you on that part. What I'm saying is, I think that it needs to be known that, look, here's the game plan is going to fall on both of you guys together and you can work together. But you need to, listen to what you said yourself, that that Kevin knows his shit. Listen to him. Let's fix this. Fire that RPO into the sun. Let's fix this damn running game and move forward. Because without having a real running game, guys, if you're watching these playoffs, what's winning games? Running the damn football.
Running the football.
Hey, we talked about that, Jason.
To that
Go ahead,
point,
TP. Go ahead,
to
TP.
that point, that big tight end that somebody
I
went
love
and got,
that.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
Nagy. And there's another big tight end, and there's a big offensive lineman from Arkansas, and there's an offensive lineman from Georgia Tech. I think that's gearing up towards a solid run.
Peyton Joseph is from Georgia Tech. That's a stud. I seen that kid. That's a stud.
That kid's highest numbers are run game.
Yes.
Right. I agree with you when you say the Hall of Fame. I think, BB needs to put his foot down, and even to go that far. I mean, like Teddy said, get rid of that damn RPO because it's a waste of time. I mean, it's hurting us. We need a power run game, and I'm ready for success, and John Mateer's career is going to be judged on what he did at Oklahoma. I mean, that's what the standard is.
Bro, it ain't the same. He's not living up to the standard of quarterbacks at OU.
Small observation. The way that all of us are talking about killing the RPO is the exact same way that we were talking about killing the jet sweep.
The jet sweep works
The thing
when
about
you
the
run
jet
it right.
sweep is
Kill the jet sweep.
I didn't want to kill the jet sweep. I wanted
no,
to kill the jet sweep without a vertical passing option.
Thank you. It's the scheme. If you run it right, okay. Everybody want to know the question.
If you
why
pop a tight end down the seam every once in a while and hit him, then that jet sweep isn't just a one yard loss every damn time.
But you can't run a damn jet sweep with a damn tight end.
Go down the seam was in a pregame, and he got lit up by Boganowski.
Okay. Wow. Everybody wants to know how Indiana's running the ball so well. Well, we talked about that. They're not just running the 12
firing
personnel.
Off that damn football.
No. They're running the 12 personnel, but theirs is not two tight ends. They're bringing in an extra damn tackle.
Yes, they are.
And they're running that damn football down their damn throat because you can't have a 240-pound defensive end guarding a 320-pound offensive tackle coming downhill.
Coach, let me ask you a question real quick because you're an offensive coordinator and how many times did you know that you had that like if you ran the ball early and even if it wasn't, I mean, you're not getting the yardage that you think you need to get, but you know that you're going to wear down that defense by the end of the game, and that's where it's at, man. And for no other reason, they know that they're going to have to bring a safety down. They can't just stay with the light box. They have to honor it. They have to know. I mean, you got to respect it that they're going to run the ball. And if that's what like opens your passing game up. This is not fucking long division. You know what I mean? I mean, what the hell are we doing?
You're setting yourself up for the third and fourth quarter. That's what you're doing. But you're also got that little spreadsheet that little asterisk beside it. When it don't work, but you see something like, okay, I'm gonna come back to this shit later. I'm gonna run this play, but we're gonna do a backside zig route. And when they blitz, they go, oh, we've seen this shit before. And they bring that damn safety down, then you burn his ass on the backside because he's thinking you're going to run this same old play again. That's what Indiana does.
Down there to make a stop, to try to get him in the backfield or whatever. No, it happens every football game. You see it all the time, unless Oklahoma's playing.
Yeah. It goes back to equating it to the fight game, right? There's a reason you throw body blows. You throw body blows because later in the fight, you're never going to be able to get those arms up off of those ribs. Yeah. Same thing here. Out. You
even
wear
the hitting
bully
shoulder,
ball
is just hitting shoulder
special, man. You run that ball down their throat and make that line hurt and have their backs come up, try to help them.
I mean, think about the game against I mean, look at what X-Rob did at late in the game against Tennessee, and look at what he was doing late in the game against Ole Miss. And in the third quarter, they took the lead because X-Rob was breaking. I mean, they had run it enough in that game that he had broken some tackles, and here we go. He had that one big run. They take the lead, then he doesn't get the football but twice in the fourth quarter.
That's game management where BV has to come on the headset. And I know BV, like I said, man, look, too much Dabo in him right now. And I don't like it.
Thank you.
Because Dabo trusts his offensive coordinators and defensive coordinator. Well, he didn't trust him enough because he fired Lincoln Riley young brother's ass. Yeah. And he wasn't the problem.
But coach, with that, he could. I was telling Bishop this yesterday, and you can trust your defensive side. I don't know why you would trust the offense right now at all.
You got Wes Goodwin.
Not even just Wes.
With you.
Hell,
you leave it to him
Brandon
and
Hall,
say, hey, look.
Brandon Hall and freaking the other linebacker.
All of them, Jason. It ain't just
all-stars, man. They can run that defense long enough for you to go get in the middle of the offensive coordinator's ass.
What is it going to take for BV to say, you know what? Okay, Arbuckle, because it's coming, and I don't want it to be ugly. I just want it to be productive and say, hey, look, we're going to have to come to a compromise to where this is what we're going to have to do going forward. Let's take unless we know for sure Arbuckle's going to run. I mean, Mature's going to run. We hand that some bitch off in the conversation. All this running around and getting unnecessarily there's no need for it. I'm to the point to where I would rather do it like this. Let's run the ball, set up. This passing damn ball all over the damn field, trying to get down, take the 5-yard curls all the fucking way down court, all field. Then do what we got to do.
Screen passes would be fucking fantastic.
If the cornerback is playing 12 yards off, and I'm a wide receiver, every receiver knows the sign. Tap my helmet, give me the damn ball now. I don't see no wide receiver doing that because I'm going to be upset if you playing 12 yards off me and I don't tap my helmet. If I'm EJ, I'm over there going crazy. What the hell are you doing? Call for the freaking ball. He's 12 yards off you. We don't have those.
I can tell you, whenever I was in high school, our offense was, if they were 7 yards off the ball, they were either going to come up or the quarterback was going to hit our asses at the line on quick plays until they fucking stop. And we get 5-7 yards at a pop until they stopped it.
Yeah,
definitely.
You got to, Jason. I mean, look,
it's an extension of your running game if you're a passing team.
Yes, sir. TP.
Yeah.
The problem with our offense was because of inaccuracies. A lot of times, teams were uptight on us. Yes. They weren't necessarily laying back on us. A lot of teams. I want to say the LSU game, they were kind of aggressive and in our face.
Alabama had to switch it up and get physical with us because we were busting their ass because they was in zone. But then when they started blitzing us, we didn't counter. We still trying to run down deep posts and deep corners, and you don't have time. You got to nickel and dime their ass down the field. When they went man to man,
it freaked Mateer right out.
Yes.
You can't just point this in one direction, though.
No.
How many balls were on our wide receivers' hands and they just get dropped?
Hold on.
Well, but how many times did he not see wide ass open receivers too?
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm going to say both of y'all. Quarterback 2. When I know they're man to man, I know what I got to go to. Screen passes, crossing routes, out the flat. 3 combinations that I know I got to go to because I'm not going to have the time to go through progressions.
Those mesh concepts are great, aren't they? Because you don't have to look too many places in the mesh.
I'm an old 52-year-old old quarterback. I can see this shit when I'm not even playing no more because it's common sense. I don't have 4, 5, 6 seconds. I got 3, 2 at max. I don't have
Well,
the
that's
time.
why with Lincoln, the mesh concept works so good because it's layered, right?
It's it.
And
it's
you're gonna know which level, and you don't really have to move much with your eyes. You're gonna see which one's open.
Facts.
But I'm not gonna put it all on material 2. I gotta have.
No, it's not on material. It's actually not on material as much as it's on the coaching staff.
Facts.
Thank you. Because that's what I'm a blessing and a curse of all the same time. I've been everywhere pretty much. And if I'm an OC and I'm seeing it, that's what I get paid for. That's my job, to get the ball in the playmaker's hands. Why do we practice all these damn practices and do all this shit if we're not going to use it in ball games? I never understood this. And this is no shade to no one. No one. I'm just saying that Arbuckle and Mateer know the system better than anybody. You mean to tell me that when we was up 17-0 and they started blitzing us, we didn't know go to a screen pass? We didn't know that the tight end is going to be open because they're blitzing off the nine ends all damn game?
Apparently not.
Well, I'm just saying sometimes the game gets too big to you because you're not used to that in the Pac-12 or Mountain West or whatever it may be. But you played in the SEC all this year. I'm telling you, it has to be better next year because you have footage now.
Can I ask a question, Coach, for you and
Yes, sir.
Jason and the panel?
Yes, sir.
You know, we got Georgia next year, got a bye week, and then we got Texas. If we drop those 2 games, do we start looking at shipping out Arbuckle? Because of the lack of offensive.
I don't think we're going to drop those games, to be honest.
Well, no, I'm just what ifing, Coach. I'm just what ifing. I'm not, because I got us winning both those games. But let's say
there's some trappy games on this schedule.
Thank you.
There's some trappy games.
But I mean,
go ahead.
What my point was, if we drop Georgia, come off a bye week, and then the next week lose to Texas, do we start looking to ship out Ben Arbuckle at that point?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no.
Not in the middle of the year, no. I think this will be his second year going into the season. So I mean, anything after 2 or 3, I mean, you have to look at everything. But right now, no.
It took Lincoln 2 years. In a crappy Big 12. It took him 2 years. I believe Arbuckle can do it. I believe he can do it, but he needs to have. Somebody's
got to bring him along. It's a perfect situation for Kevin if they just push it.
I love being that guy. I love being the older statesman. I love being the older guy in the room because I have no pride. I don't have no animosity to be like, hey, I know this is your show, but let me show you something. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Let me show you what can make you better, because I believe if Kevin Wilson does that, it will make Arbuckle better, because you need someone that has that much knowledge, who's been doing this for a long period of time in the Big 12, in the SEC, in the Big 10. He's been pretty much everywhere. So he knows what to look for. Arbuckle. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. That first quarter, Arbuckle was in his bag. He was in his bag. And I was happy because, okay, we seeing shit that we never seen before. But then when you get hit in the mouth, you don't counter. You don't counter with something that they haven't seen. And I'm just hoping and praying that this year he goes into the man cave or whatnot, look at the footage and say, okay, I messed up on this. Your biggest, that old saying, your biggest, I can't find the right word. The best way that you're going to rectify this problem and the best way that you're going to make yourself better is looking at film to say, I messed up on that. I missed that. I didn't see that. And then you get better at it.
He has to own it. Yeah, this is you've been noticing. I've been putting. It's time to be forged by fire. We can't afford not to answer the hard questions, and we got to have answers because if we're all in on 2026, then there's no excuses. You have to have a game plan, and the running game has to be a part of it. So,
okay. I mean, I agree with that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, look, I'm gonna say this, and yo guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Emarion Harris, out of Joe T. Robinson, Little Rock, Arkansas, old stomping ground. 6'7", 370. You get behind his big ass, you're gonna get some yardage. You're gonna get some yardage. Now, I'm praying it's a misprint, but it says 370. I'm hoping this means 270. But if it's 370, you get behind his big ass and let's go to work. I just don't see any other way. You got to use that. Georgia had a guy back in the day that was 360, 350, and they put it as at damn fullback. He would run and block for the damn running back. So you got to make some things happen to where it makes it easy on the offense. We got to stop overthinking this and making this shit complicated. We got to. So my question to you guys is this: out of the guys that we got out of the portal, who are you more happy to see next season play out of the guys that we got in the portal?
The tight end, the big boy. Love that. I want to see him running, just clearing people out the damn way to get these running backs going. Because I'm ready to see, man. I cannot tell you how happy it would make me to see a 200-yard rushing game. I mean, damn.
I think it'd make everybody happy.
See, I think
gives me a chunk thinking about it, but I don't believe it.
I think the addition of the kid from Virginia, because he's a big time.
I like him
threat.
too. Yeah, Trail
Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's a big time deep threat, and now you got Satania also, right? That alone, you got to back up. You got to back up off the line of scrimmage a little bit. If you don't, they're gonna beat you over the top. Now, having said that, with this tight end and this offensive line, I think we're going to get people backing up off the line of scrimmage, and we're going to do some power running. And then
see, if you do that, then I think you're right. I think TP. I think that's the key of what we're talking about. If you do that, then you open this offense up. It's like a skeleton key that opens every fucking door.
Yep. Catch 22.
But here's the thing about it. John Mateer has to trust his arm and put it out there. You got to go deep.
No. Hold on. If your running game sets up everything, you ain't got to go deep.
No, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Okay. I'm saying if we have all of these players that can go deep, eventually once we establish the running game, you still got to pass the ball past 20 yards. And this last year, he went 20 to 25, but he going deep, his accuracy was off. That's why we hope that he's making the footwork necessary to be able to go deep when we come off a play action. That's what I was talking about.
Bishop, I just believe Nagy has him with some type of NFL guru or something in some type of lab fixing his mechanics. I don't think Nagy watched the tape of Mateer this past season and say, "Oh, he's good. We can keep rolling." We can keep rolling like that. I don't think I don't know because I haven't spoken to Jim, but I believe that he has looked at this tape of him and said, "All right, such and such. Yeah, I got a kid here. He's going to be great. I just need you to get his footwork. I need you to get his mechanics down." And that's where I believe he is right now. That's my belief.
Has anybody heard?
I really would hope so.
Has anybody heard about Cortez? Is this his last year?
Who's Cortez? I'm sorry.
Lewis.
Oh,
Deontay
I thought
Lewis.
that was his
Deontay
last
Lewis
year.
is out.
Keontae.
He was a senior.
So
he's out.
He's out.
It was the senior. That was
I
it.
thought,
He's
I
out.
thought and everything that he had. He didn't.
Carter.
play a whole
Carter is
good
coming
game.
back.
Yeah, he was good too. I wish Giovanni would have stayed. I understand why he left, but
Yeah.
I wish he would have stayed.
And with Trinidad Chambliss losing his appeal, I don't have high hopes for Heineke winning his.
I do. Because
They're going to appeal it. They're going to appeal it for Ole Miss, and I'll tell you this: everything I know is that they're definitely going to. They've got a lawsuit ready to go if it doesn't work. And I'll say this: if it goes to a court, we know that the NCAA is losing their ass.
They're going to back down.
He lost his appeal to the NCAA, and he acquired an attorney to go further, right, with it? That's where we are?
It hasn't been decided yet. They were bitching about it yesterday.
Okay. He's taking it to court, is my understanding, correct? Okay.
He eventually will if he don't get the answer.
He will if it doesn't work out, for sure.
Didn't Pavia do the same thing? Didn't he get turned down by the NCAA and he went to court and he won?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but look, the kid that I really want to see, and Mike and Jason, you ain't heard it yet, so I'm gonna tell you, and you gonna slap me or you gonna say something crazy. So let me get ready for it. Kenny Alawazu, a kid from UTSA,
yeah.
from UTSA. Like I told them, I went to one game. You know, Malik gave me tickets. I went to that game and played in Charlotte, even though it was Charlotte. He had 6 sacks in one game.
Okay.
6. What I love about him is that when they double team his ass,
he's a stud.
When they double team his ass and they put their hands in the ground, he would shift to the other side. Because once they hands down, they can't move. He goes to the other side and get the sack.
I'll tell you another guy that I'm interested in too, Coach, is Sullivan.
Hey,
that's who I was about to bring up.
Hey, Cole Sullivan. Now, I'm not gonna say Danny, but he's damn close.
Mm-hmm.
You know Danny Stutzman, but he's damn close. He is a headhunter. There's no shame in his game. He don't back down from nobody. He comes in the hole, he meets you. And I think we need that, man. I'm just excited, man, about some of these additions, man. But there's 2 more that I want. And me and Kyle, we've been going back and forth on Twitter. There's 2 more kids that I think Oklahoma should go get. I'm not gonna say their name because I'm not gonna say nothing and get my ass in trouble. But I'm just saying there's 2 more kids that I'm praying, hoping that we
they
go
got
get.
from Georgia Tech, a stud too, huh? I didn't even notice they got him.
Yeah.
Hayden he had a better grade rating against Georgia than any other game.
That's what I'm saying,
he's
Jason.
a high 4-star. He's considered a 4-star transfer guy. The dude's a baller. So this is what I love about what the staff does is they find the defensive side. They find these dudes that are going to fit in just, in that right situation. I'm not worried about what the defense is going to be and what they're not going to be. I'm not worried about that. But I'll tell you this, none of it matters if they don't figure this thing out on the offensive side. And I got to tell you, I have a hard time trusting in it just because of, I just don't see Coach V putting his foot down.
He gonna do it, dog. He gonna do it, man. He gonna.
Hey,
it might not be him.
Why is he gonna do it? Tell me why.
It might not be him. It might be Kevin. Because look, here's the thing: you can't sit back there and let the same shit happen over and over and over and over and over.
Nagy's gonna do it.
2 straight years.
Why?
2 straight years he has.
Hold on. 2 straight years. 2 straight different offensive coordinators. 2 different things, Jason. 2 different things.
But
I get what you're saying,
is that he's trying to. It's like he wants to set it and forget about the shit, and that worries me.
Hey, I'm on board with that, but I'm saying sometimes you got to put your big boy jeans on and say, "Look, I've been down this damn road before. Right. I'm tired of this shit. Exactly. I'm tired of this shit. So that light's gonna come on. It's gonna have to come on. Because if not, now we gotta start questioning you. And that's a conversation that we don't want to have right now. Because you just been 10-3. You got everybody back on board with the right guy is there.
I think
The
it's the
right
only
guy is there.
conversation you can have right now.
Yes.
But let's compare, right? I
Okay.
mean, let's be fair about all of this.
Okay.
Let's compare. The issue with Latrell was so bad that we went 6-7. The change had to be made. Last year we went 10-2, 10-3 if you count the playoffs. That's enough. He did enough to give himself at least one more season. That way,
Yeah, but-
BV can
Yeah, but
actually step in and do something.
you realize that they really weren't that much better on offense. It's because they were better on defense than that.
The defense set them up for a lot of
I'll tell you right now. Calling balls and strikes. Latrell's a Latrell-led offense would have had a 6-7 again or worse. Arbuckle did just enough to get us over at least one hump.
Hold on. Sooner Cowboy said it's on the coaches for putting the players in position to succeed, and OU has been bad at doing that, especially offensively. We all know this because that's a true statement. Somebody, and this is what bothers me about players today, because we know back in the day, it's been different. You can't keep running the same shit, and I'm on the field, and I don't say nothing. If I'm a captain or something, I got to say something. Nobody is taking the ownership to say, and most times it's the quarterback. And when the quarterback is effing up, nobody is saying anything else. There has to be someone to say, we have to do this. Coach, I see this. Coach, I'm open. Coach, somebody got to say this. Are we too prideful to say, hey, man, give me the fucking ball? Are we too prideful to come in there and say, hey, I'm open. I want the ball? Because I believe Burks did it one time. Say, hey, I'm open. Throw the damn ball. Yes, TP.
Burks was bitching for a very large part of the season that he wasn't feeling like he was getting targeted enough. He threw temper tantrums out on the field.
So that alpha in the LSU game, Mateer is playing awful, god awful. And there's a point that the TV footage caught it. Kip Lewis got in his face. Got in his face and said, let's go. That might not be what he said, but he got in his face. And Mateer goes out there and they blow coverage and he makes a great throw on a windy night. And we go up. So I'm saying all that to say, there are some guys out there that's willing to get fired and hey, let's go. It's time to go. And also, you know, I'm not a fan of Mateer, but I'll give him this much. He could have easily rolled over and said, oh, I just ain't got it. And laid an egg for the rest of the game, and we lost that game. But he found a way to keep punching and fighting. So I'll give him credit for heart, not for mechanics.
TP, I have an honest to God question for you. If Mateer comes out next season and puts together a serviceable season, are you still so hurt by this man will you refuse to give him his flowers?
The only things I'm not hurt.
That shit when I see it, I'll tell you that, Ryman.
I'm not going to hold mind you, I'm not going to hold my breath to watch it, but
no, honestly, he's hidden in a closet somewhere working on his skills. He's going to be way better this coming season. I know you'll believe it when you see it, Jason.
Out of this.
Say, Lemon, there's no second place. There's no trophies for second place, man. Come on now.
I'm from the state of Missouri right now. As far as material goes, he's going to have to show me.
And I'm with at this point, no more excuses. We know what we have, and the only thing we keep raising questions about is our offense and our quarterback. They got to be able to answer the bell.
Well, I mean, how can I say this? because I don't want to piss nobody off on the panel, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna take up for the quarterback because I was a quarterback. So I'm gonna take up for
that's cool, coach.
No.
Somebody kill his mic. Somebody kill his mic.
It's his show. He can't happen.
Sometimes,
come on, man.
No,
don't give him no damn. No.
We mess up. But
mind you, we're talking about a man that couldn't figure out how to go live.
Hey, shut up! You shut up! Damn it! Hit the wrong damn button.
Hey Ryman, what happens in the green room stays in the green room, dog.
He don't know that. He don't know that. I guess I'm gonna say it because Jason one of us and Mike one of us. It's a black thing. I think he don't know. Now I said it. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. Damn it. Anyway, what I was saying is I'm gonna defend Material because look, I'm telling you guys, man, that is the hardest position to play. And if you don't have an understanding of the offense, I got nervous when he said my eyes deceived me. I didn't see X, Y, and Z. It's your job to see the whole damn field. It's your job to see the whole damn field. You know everything about this offense. So you say, if I know my offense like the back of my hand, I know exactly where my offensive guys are going to be. I know what my safety net is. I know what I can audible to if I need to.
You know which one pissed me off or worried me? When he was like, I just got to play better and I didn't show up today or I didn't. Motherfucker, I don't want to hear that you didn't show up today. What does that mean?
I've used that shit before. That's a cop-out. That means I don't want to answer any questions because I fucked up. That's what that means.
If his eyes deceive him, why not go out and get him some Ricky Vaughn glasses?
No, he'll be better next year. But this is how I know. This is how I know. And it's been in
Coke bottle glasses and shit.
No, this is realistic. This is real shit. This is real shit. Jason's dumb ass.
I don't feel different. I was just watching Harlem Nights yesterday. I don't need no glasses.
There go Jason. This crazy stuff.
You fucking up the game. Put them glasses on. You fucking up the game.
Shut up, man. You got me laughing over here and shit. When you mess up the way he messed up and ended the season the way it ended, your pride got to kick in. Your pride got to kick in. If John Material don't come back and dog out next year, TP, I'm just gonna tell you, he ain't got it. If he don't come back and dog out and play his ass off next year, I don't want to hear about the thumb getting hurt. I don't want to hear about what last year. I'm just saying he has to come back and do better. I'm going to be a bigger critic on him because playing quarterback before, I know how I had to get better. And it's not hard. You just got to get your guys and say, this is what we're going to do next year. This is how it's going to go. And that's it. That is it. We're going to have a lot easier. Go ahead.
That man got embarrassed in certain key points to where it made him come back, and he has one last chance to actually show to the NFL that he is worthy of a higher rank.
Facts.
That's a good question. Hold on. We got a question here. Do you guys think with no run game, no tight end play, inexperienced offensive line cause the scheme to be one-dimensional and force our offense to run everything through Mateer?
First off, before we say it's no run game, the tight end stuff, they had a run game when they committed to having a run game. The offensive line wasn't as bad as everybody acts like it is. The tight ends, even when they did what, when you heard Gabe talking mad shit after the Texas game saying, stop making your run game dependent upon guys that are not blockers like these tight ends. Kanik has been a linebacker. If the success or failure of your play is on Jaron Kanik or one of these other transfers from the FCS kids, then what the fuck are we doing? So when they did that other stuff and when they committed to having a run game with the running backs, it worked. I don't want to hear about the line. I don't want to hear about not having a run game. They had one. They didn't have a commitment to the run game is the problem.
Facts.
No, the run game was there. The run game was there when you put the ball in X-Rob's hand.
It was a little suspect.
The run game was there whenever we finally put the young bucks out there on the offensive line and let them meet.
Yep. Yep.
So with that being
and
said,
running backs could eat too, man. They had speed and power. I mean, look, they both played hurt most of the year, but they were still explosive runners. They just didn't get enough. You got Mateer with his slow ass out there doing it instead too much. And that's not even his fault. I get it that that's part of his game, but once his wheel was bad, shit, and you just kept, but a lot of it, he's making the wrong decision in the RPO. Or, again, I'm with all this. You know what I would do to see somebody get under center and run a fucking play action, real run.
You say that in front of Coach Left Cheek?
Hey,
really?
Hey,
I'm with you.
All day, every day. Look, it's a difference between running the ball to quarterback and running the ball to running back. Quarterbacks do not want to get hit. I don't give a damn what they say. Running backs, they enjoy it. Running backs run to fire. Quarterbacks run away from it. So it's a big difference. If we want to run the ball consistently, let's go to 12 personnel, our formation, and run that bitch. That's it. If we're going to run the ball, our formation. I want to see how bad we are. And I think if we can do this, if we can run the ball, it does open up a lot more windows for Mateer to hit, a lot of options that he can run, audibles and this and that. I just think, man, that we did some shit. Here's the biggest thing. And Jason, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong. Arbuckle was going for the perfect play every time.
Yep.
There is no such thing as a perfect play every time. You run the ball or you pass the ball and you're trying to exploit a deficiency or a spot in the defense that you see. That's all it is. So a question to you guys. True or false, or whatever you want to do in the comments as well. Oklahoma will be 9-3 or better next year.
True. 11-1 is my answer.
Oh shit! Here we go with that again, TP.
11-1.
Oh my God, TP!
Y'all two did that shit last year.
You need to knock that shit off.
Y'all did that shit last year.
We missed by one. I was off by one.
We ain't Ricky Bobby.
Why? Look. Until
10
they
and 2.
beat Texas, why would you believe they're going to do it? Number one. Number two, you're going to go to Athens and win that one too?
Jason,
on, man.
Jason, I will be in the stadium, which guarantees Brent Venables.
What the fuck does that mean?
Bro, he's undefeated with me in the stadium.
Okay.
4-0.
Where was you at? Where was you at Alabama then?
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this much. I saw them in person a lot last year, and I'm gonna tell you, I think they take a step. They don't take a step back on defense. I don't think they do. Penn State, I don't care what you think, but Penn State, dude, you don't even know ball. Quit it. You should go to other teams if you're gonna do that. Because we know you, bro. Cause you suck. But I'm just telling you that. Look, there's some trappy games in there. Michigan isn't going to be an easy game with Coach Whittingham. It's on the road in the big house. I'm telling you, there's some tough games. I think that it's a total failure if they don't go really 10-2. But I'm telling you, they better at least go 9-3. And I don't know that I believe for sure that they are. I think you can see them slipping up. If they don't have a better offense, that you don't have a bunch of one-score games, they're going to lose more games. You got to stop having a bunch of one-score games. They need to step on necks because they have the defense to do it. If their offense isn't considerably better, they're going to lose more games than they did this year. That's just it.
Facts.
Hey,
Well, brother Jason.
But still, I say here's the facts of the matter, and the crux of the whole thing. It's pending on our offense doing the hard work and answer the hard questions. But the simple fact is we know that our defense is that strong, and we're only going to get better because we're going to be able to bring up the youth and make sure they fill in the holes where we need them to fill in. The key is understanding that if our OC and our head coach don't understand that the running game has to be the foundation of how we move forward, then Jason might be spinning straight gumbo facts. Because without a true, and not just a running game, but a complementary running game where it allows you to open up your offense and pass the ball, then we're kidding ourselves.
Let's set some realistic expectations here, though.
Okay.
Last season, whenever we had a quality, hard schedule, what did we say? How many wins would be a successful, not an over the top, a successful season? 8 wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at the schedule here. It's not very much lower in difficulty, but it's still it's still up there.
Yeah.
Going down the line, I see 8 wins as a realistic successful season. Now, do I expect us to do better than that? Absolutely. But I said, and Jason, I see you shaking your head, but you're the one sitting there going, man, I see a lot of trappy games here.
There are some trappy games, but with this defense, if you just have a competent offense, that 11-1 isn't that far-fetched. If you have a good offense. What I'm telling you is I don't believe until I'm going to have to see this offense do that. But I don't believe that 8-4 is a good record. I do not.
Not with next year's
this defense. No way.
Not after this past season. 8-4
No
is
no
your
way.
ass on the hot seat.
You cannot take a step back and it's okay. And Ryman, man, as you're an OU guy and you know this shit is not this. Hey, maybe we get 9 wins. This is not the standard. They have the talent. It's not a talent thing anymore. I said this to Bishop yesterday. This is not a talent problem. They've got talent. They've got plenty of talent to freaking win everything. You got to nut up as coaches and put them in the right position to win.
True.
It's got to happen.
There's only 2 seasons that I would have said that I would actually give them the excuse of we're rebuilding and the talent is not necessarily there. We're not there anymore. Talent's there.
The talent is there. And that's why I'm saying 8 wins is an abject failure in my book.
I just think that he's going to be a little bit better than next year. That's just my little observation. I just think he's going to be better. You can't get worse than what you got this year. You cannot get worse because the level of competition is going to be a little bit easier than what it was last year.
But Coach, hold on real quick. Though. We talked about Georgia and Texas is one thing, but know something. Will Stein at Kentucky is going to be a bear. Levy's getting better.
Yep.
Levy's getting better. They've got a real quarterback in Kamario Taylor now. And look at what he did. Look at what he did with our guy. Oh man, it just makes me crazy. But look at what they did offensively. If they just play a little better defense, they're and look, we got A&M. You got A&M this coming year, and then look, I get it. You look at the Texas and Georgia game and the Michigan game, and I mean those are the ones you think about. But Ole Miss just went to the semifinal and damn near beat Miami, and they're not getting worse. They just went and got Deuce Knight. If Chambliss doesn't come back, Deuce Knight is a dog, and they're going to have most of those dudes coming back. That's thankfully it's at home. I don't know why it's at home again, but I'm telling you, man, this is not It's easier than the last schedule was, on paper anyway. But you've got to put it together now. You've got to have an offense that can go out there and pull its fucking weight.
Hey, go ahead,
It's
Levy.
gotta happen.
You gotta. We know
No,
you gotta
go ahead,
get up out of here.
Lemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get out of here. I'm good. We addressed other things, so we're good. You guys, thank you for having me on.
Man, it's good
Always
talking to you, Lemon. I ain't busting. I feel good about where they are defensively, but I struggle with what they're doing offensively. And man, it just worries me. And it's Oklahoma. 8-4 is not it.
Hey, there was a lot of people that thought that this year was going to be a tough year for us.
Thank you,
And
Lemon.
look what we managed. Take care, Lemon, man. Take care, big dog. Everybody thought that this was going to be a tough year. We were going to go 6-7, and we went 10-2. So I know that Levy's improving his team in Mississippi State. I know what Ole Miss is bringing back. I know that we got Kentucky next year and all this stuff. I'm just saying, man, I just think that next year is going to be a different year. We know exactly what we need to do. We know what these teams are going to do now. BB is not going to let the defense fall off that much. It ain't going to fall off that much. So I don't see any problem on defense. My issue will always be offense. Offense was what was stagnant all season long. And we had a few wrinkles here and there that did good. We did good in this game, that game, but it has to be something that's on a consistent basis. We got to be better every single week.
Jim Nagy and staff, his tremendous staff that he has, they saw what we were weak at this past season. And I'm telling you, they've addressed it in the portal. They're probably going to get some more because it doesn't close till later on this week, I believe. They're going to get more. And when you bring in talent, you bring it in for the scheme you're trying to run.
But TP, was the talent deficient this year on offense?
The point I'm making is when you bring the talent in and it looks like a strong run talent with them two big ass tight ends.
I hope like hell they actually commit to the run. Yeah, I'm with you there.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm saying because Nagy is grabbing pieces. All right, this is a piece for this is a piece for that. And you need a certain type of pieces to run that fast thing all the time. You need certain type of pieces. And I don't think some of the pieces we've gathered is for that. I'm not saying we can't do it, but I don't think it can be the consistent thing that we do.
But the question is, we got all them players out of the portal. Is our offensive coordinator going to use them to their potential?
He has no choice in the matter. He don't get players. Them coaches don't get players.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal on that. Hold on, Jason. Give me a moment. Here's the deal. You got to understand, at this current time, we missed out because we did not establish the run. And this is where, and me and Jason have battled on this, and I came to understand he was right. We got to, BV has to step up, and he has to make sure that somebody's feet is held to the fire. Whoever he chooses to put the lead over the offense, we cannot go through another season where we get the running game going, but then we leave it alone. The whole thing is we weren't complimentary, and right now we're debating because we feel like at times it's like they just do the running game just to show that they can run, and then they want to get back to their pass. That's not going to win it. And so go ahead, Jay.
No, you're right. It's got to happen though. That's where it's like, look, I don't know how you could predict I don't even really know how you can predict 10 games because we have not seen them do any of this shit. We just haven't. And until we see them even just commit to the run game, commit to it, then I don't know how you can really sit and make a prediction that they're going to win 11 games or 10 games even. I just don't know how you can do it.
Every year in the SEC is going to be hard.
I honestly just believe that Nagy
Hope is not a plan, brother. Hope is not a plan.
No, I'm just believing that Nagy is addressing the issues that didn't allow us to produce the way we should have on the offensive side of the ball. And he's improving the defense also. I just believe that. So if you address this offense properly, which I think Nagy has the talent eye for that, and he has the staff to do that, I don't see no reason why the offense can't improve. That's just
can is the key word.
Can and will are different words, though.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have a guy that has to do a certain job, which is get the talent. Now, if he gets the talent, which he's doing it. If he gets the talent and then something goes wrong, or bad play calling or bad scheme, some asses are going to be gone. Trust me. There's coaches that's going to be gone.
Shit, I hope so.
Remember BV said, man, I'm coaching every year. I'm coaching for my job. But if he coaching for his job every year, everybody else underneath him in the same boat.
Yeah,
like I said, I'm not just trying to be, and I'll let y'all go. I'm not trying to be all negative. I'm just saying I need to see you actually commit to it and do these things before I'm going to sit here and tell you that Oklahoma's right. I think Oklahoma has the talent to win a national championship. They have a defense that is national championship ready. Their offense is talented enough to do so, but they don't do the right things to be successful. And then we're not asking them to be Baker in the boys from 2017. That's not what we need. All we need them to do is run the football and be competent. Don't turn the ball over. Take your shots when you got them, and put some points on the board when you need to. But you cannot be a liability like they were this past season, and expect. And look, we not even this past season. Shit, 3 out of the last 4 years we ain't put a fucking touchdown in the Cotton Bowl. Oh, kill me now.
Listen. Excuses. Before I make this comment, I gotta say excuses are a bridge to nowhere. Here's my excuse. The quarterback play in both those games and the design to produce with what the quarterback that you had just wasn't there. So actually, you ain't gonna score any touchdowns with what
that falls on the coaches.
Correct.
Now let me say this.
Dwayne got a question. Go ahead,
Okay.
Dwayne.
And both of your points, Hall of Fame and TP, I agree with your points, but at the same time, it's more of a question: will you use the talent that you have? We got the talent, but are you willing to use it? Because they got 3 or 4 wide receivers that left when they don't use them, and all you use is Satania. I love Satania, but you still got to spread the ball around. Run the ball, spread the ball
He's
around.
not
That's
looking past that first read, bro. He didn't look past that first read.
I got you. But I'm saying some heads are going to roll. That's all I'm saying. Some heads, because when the guy says, I need to see some of these younger wide receivers, who you think he's talking to? He's either talking to the offensive coordinator or the wide receivers coach or both of them.
Both.
So if he said, man, I need to see this, well, that's on your ass to get it done. And as a supervisor, if he don't see what he's requesting, your ass will be gone.
I don't think it's a question of it's Emmett Jones. I don't think he's the problem, because he's bringing the talent. He's producing the talent. If the offensive coordinator is not using that player or the players, then that's out of his hands.
All right. It goes back to
name both of them.
It goes back to scheme. No, TP, I gotta disagree with you on this one. It goes to scheme. You can, if you have the talent, that's one thing. Can you use the talent? That's another thing. Because there is no reason why Deion Burks is supposed to be setting a damn screen for another damn wide receiver He's the smallest damn man on the field. You got to have a big ass wide receiver setting that screen and letting Burks or Santega ass running off that to where they are the skill guys to get up the field. So it's about you have to know personnel. We keep subbing in and subbing out and all this because we got to put this guy in because he runs that better. We got to put this guy in it. Everybody has analytics and they use that shit at Oklahoma. So that's one thing. You have to call the right plays at the right damn time. Stop guessing. This is not a guessing game. You get paid all these freaking millions of dollars to call damn plays. This is your job. This is what you get paid for. You be on the field all this damn time training and preparing for these moments. The moment comes, and then you just say, okay, I'm a guess this shit might work.
Hey, Coach Rick, can I say this real quick? And as much as we can sit here and talk shit about Buckle, and we can plenty, it really the problem isn't Buckle, it's Venables. You have to nut up and freaking make the choice. You have to make the decisions that are hard decisions and make him. You're the boss.
All shit runs through you.
You damn right.
Yep.
Put him under your damn thumb and make him do what you need him to do.
Quick question. Been going for 2 hours. Mom was looking at me, so I got about 5 minutes.
I'm gonna get, man. I don't want
to. I want to ask this last question. We have the CFP coming up here next week and everything. I want to know who you got and what's the score. Jason, start with you since you got to get ready to go.
Man, I hate it, and I don't know how they're doing it, but I think Indiana's gonna beat the shit out of them. Because if you give them a gift, they will bludgeon your ass to death with it.
That ain't no lie.
Hey, I second it.
So are we just underestimating Miami's defense, or are we just going to say that?
No. Listen, I think that this is that styles make fights. I think that if anybody's going to beat this team, it has to be a physical football team like Miami. OU would have been. It's got to be. You can't be half-ass soft. If anybody was going to beat these guys, it's got to be somebody like Miami. But I don't know. But the problem is, they're going to have to be so. The problem with Miami is they're not.
They don't play mistake-free football.
They got some issues with being. They make stupid mistakes. They make stupid penalties, and Carson Beck is known to throw the ball away. So, I mean, as I said, if you hand them a present, they will beat you to death with it. So, and I just think that they're going to give them, I mean, they have a hard time with discipline as it is. I struggle to believe that Miami's going to get it done. I think that they could. I think that they're physical enough to do it. But I think Indiana's just a better football, right? And I don't even know how. I don't know if they're in a time machine or what the hell's happening, because they don't have the talent on that program that this should be happening. But it's happening.
They have 5 or 6 year seniors. They have leadership all across the board.
Yeah.
Jason, you muted, Jason.
BYU would win all the time if it was about that, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying, if they said the
been
average
a team win the Natty with less than 50% blue chips, and these guys have 8%. Something is fucking weird.
I'm just saying.
But they're beating the shit out of everybody. And I'm in deep shit on even saying that. I don't even know why I brought that up.
TP, what you got? Who you got?
First off, Baker Mayfield to the Kansas fans after he grabbed his Johnson. You're a basketball school. Stick to basketball. Miami 27.
What?
Indiana 17. Miami's defense saves the day.
Okay.
Please don't let a basketball team win this
He
thing.
just said shit just to say
it.
Facts. You're a basketball school. Stick to basketball.
Oh, so you're saying that Bobby Knight school?
I'd be nervous if Bobby Knight was on the sideline. I'd be nervous.
Hey,
all right, Bishop.
Serious smelling sauce
Hey.
to get Bobby Knight on the sideline, bro.
hey, I hear you, TP, but the hottest team that keeps it simple and runs and play defense is Indiana, 49-27.
Damn. 49? Okay. They coach did say they beat the shit out of players. They beat the shit out of teams, so he did say that. Mike, what you got, big dog?
If Miami wants to win this game, they need to take a page out of the playbook when they got their ass kicked by Tennessee for not playing Oklahoma, and Oklahoma won the national championship that year of the 1985, when Tennessee walked in there with nothing to lose and just kicked the shit out of Vinny Testaverde. But this is a different time. I digress. Okay? However, Indiana is the hot ticket right now. I'm going to go with Indiana 45-17.
Damn, boy, y'all in these 40s. Dwayne.
Man, I have to agree with y'all. I mean, I don't want Indiana to win either, but they're gonna win the game. I think it'll be more like 35-17.
Oh yeah, and if Indiana does this, do you know what this is gonna be like for the next fucking year?
Oh yeah.
I'm so over the Big Ten right now. I'm so over the Big Ten. I am rooting for Miami, and that's a hard thing for a Sooner fan to do.
I know. Hey, look, I'm gonna keep it honest, man. From what I saw, I just think that Miami makes too many mistakes at crucial times, man. And they made them against they made them against a good team last week, and almost lost the game. So.
Hey, Ole Miss just ran out of time, coach. That's all it was.
Yes. If they would have had 10 more seconds, it might have been a different ball game. But I just think, man, that Indiana, man, that magical season, for some reason, they just get it done. I think it's gonna be a closer game than that. I think Miami's defense is pretty good. I'm gonna say Indiana 31-21. I think it might be a little bit better game. But,
am I the only one that picked Miami?
Yeah, you're the only one to be drinking.
Okay.
Drinking that.
You might be right
water.
though.
Yeah,
you might be right.
Well, I still have that damn shirt because nobody won it. So TP, if Miami wins, you're the only one that picked it. You get the shirt. You hold on. It's still here on the hanger. Still got the tag on it. It's ready for you. So if Miami wins, hold on. Did anybody else pick Miami in the comments? I think somebody else did.
Yeah,
B Sharp's guaranteeing it and shit.
Ooh, okay. All right, so TP is two of y'all. So whoever gets the closest score wins that jersey. Wins that damn hoodie and everything. I'll be sure and give it to you, man. Because I'm trying to give it away. Because
Oklahoma already could have won. That ain't Miami winning. Don't mean shit about that. They didn't win.
Yeah. So anyway, gentlemen, thank you, man, for jumping on, man. I appreciate it. We've been going on for 2 hours and 10 minutes, man. The show is getting back to form. Gentlemen are jumping in. TP. Thank you, man, for jumping in. I'll see you here next week at the ball game. Jason, as always a pleasure. Me and TP, we're gonna go watch Keontae
Thanks
play
for
next
having
week.
me, man. Love you guys.
Love you too, Jason.
Love you too, Jay.
Jason, you gonna be? Let me talk. I'll call you in a minute, Jason. I'll call you in a minute. I got something to ask you.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, big dog. All right, man. Bishop, don't leave the green room. I'm gonna talk to you and TP. When I get off and everything. Other than that, gentlemen, thank you for jumping on, man. As always, it's 10:15 my time. Texas still sucks. As always. Until the next time, you gentlemen have a nice night. Have a good week, man. I'll see you guys later.
See you later.
See y'all, man.
Money making good, my money need a loan. I'm just getting my money, me alone. I'm just getting money. I'm just getting money. Only making good, my money.